things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune of luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. He wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune of luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh. Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
ATG from Kilmarnock Town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG Tactical Genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG Tactical Genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. The virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG Tactical Genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG Tactical Genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG Tactical Genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible. What a fantastic play! Absolutely incredible.
Right, good evening, people. Welcome back to VP4 TV, VP4 TV. We're back here for the last of the round 3 matches in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. We've got a big one. It's USA versus the United Kingdom, and it's Onepocketslim and Spectredawn going for their maiden championship. Slim has come the closest because he got to the final of the Banks. I'm still not sure of the history of Spectredawn, but the more he plays in them, the more opportunities he'll get of winning one. We had a contrasted matches earlier this afternoon. We had a round 3 match between Acero and Mooncake earlier on, and Acero was chasing Mooncake down for most of the match. He eventually caught him, and to cut a long story short, it went to a final rack decider, and there was a bit of a heartbreaker in there for Mooncake. Acero fell over the line, and he's through to round 4. And on that one-loss side, we had Romario up against Interchange X, and Romario was on one of his bad days. He just couldn't get into it. Interchange X was solid, took most of his chances, and comfortably won in the end. This match here tonight, not quite as simple to call. Just to fill you in here, I said to Cobra there in the chat that when he arrived, that I was doing an experiment. Now, one thing to point out, I'm now on normal latency as far as the live stream goes, because what I was trying to do was to test the captions that come with XSplit, and I don't see any captions coming up on the screen, so it still doesn't work for me, even though I've set it to normal latency, which you have to have it at in order for these captions and XSplit supposedly working, but I don't see anything coming up on the screen. So that's a failed test. But the only difference you'll notice is if you happen to go into the room where I'm live streaming and you're watching the live stream, you'll see that the delay is longer. I will rectify that for the next stream. I'll set it back to ultra low latency. That way you get the shortest delay between me starting talking and it appearing in the live stream. One other thing to add before we get into the room is up. They probably started. NS War turned up and Soft Break is there, so they're both playing as well, so we'll keep an eye on that score. Meanwhile, Larry's in a match with Stefan, so let's go. In fact, we're just in time for the break, so welcome everybody. And it's Onepocketslim, having won the lag, is breaking off. Couple of balls in the break. And, well, having been runner-up in the Banks World Championship, here's his chance to prove it. Well, it's tight, but it does go. I mean, he can cut it up the table. Yeah, so that experiment didn't work. There's clearly something not right either with the captions thing. So it's certainly not working. So we'll give up that as a bad and a failed test. And meanwhile, Onepocketslim probably just nipped back for this 6 ball into the left side. Now, no Steve here. It looks as if he's left the country or left to the hills. He left the lobby earlier on today and he's not been back. So that may well be him gone for about 2 or 3 weeks here. And what Slim needs in this match is a good solid start. And he needs to keep his focus for the full duration as well. I noticed somebody's already hit the like button. We've still got the target of 12. We've done it twice in a row since we put it in. So you know where this is going. And I managed to get my macros fixed, so that'll annoy people even more. Let's check if John Virgo's there.
Where's the cue ball going?
John Virgo is there. There was one missing earlier on. Bob Ross had left the building. I don't know if Bob Ross is back.
We don't make mistakes.
Ah, there he is.
Happy accidents.
So everything seems to be fixed and going okay. There's that ugly line of balls up there. I hate seeing that all the time. But anyway. Rob says, me, what did I miss there? What have I missed there? Rob's answering me for something, but I don't know what. This latency delay thing's maybe going to cause more confusion with me. I'll fix it for the next stream. So we'll give up that test for captions because it's clearly failed by me. I don't think I could have done anything different. I followed all the instructions. Oh, Slim has got himself really awkward in the 4. I think he can push that back to the short rail if he can judge the pace and head up country behind this 8 and 5. He's going the other way. It looks as if he's... What's he doing? Trying to actually bank it across and hide behind the 9, but he hasn't hit it. He has not hit that one. A little bit of early touchy nerves there from Slim. Oh, you hit the light. Well done, Rob. Thank you very much. See, I don't need to train Rob. He knows what's expected of him when he turns up. Everybody else is still learning. I'm still trying to train them all. Now, you only have to go through this pain for like 12 likes. Once the 12 likes are there, that's it. Silence for the rest of the stream. Welcome to Happy Dolo. Oh, I haven't booted up Discord. No. It's one, I mean, if Steve's not going to be there, I'm not going to boot it up. I mean, if you want company, will come in, but I've got to tab out to boot it up. That looks pretty good for weight of shot, so that mistake from Slim is going to cost him. We'll give him that. I'm tabbed out and I'm watching this still on my screen. Good evening to Rob, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'll keep you company. I get the pleasure of knocking out the loser of this one. Interchange X. Well, you have as good a chance of knocking him out as anybody else has.
I don't believe Romario had too much chance with him this morning.
No, Romario, well, he's either going to blow hot or he's going to blow cold, and I'm afraid it was a bit on the chilly side for Romario. But this pair we've got here, this is going to be maybe hard to call. I still think overall Spectredawn should be the favourite. But in order for Slim to beat him, he's got to be at the top of his game and cut out the unforced errors. It's the obvious thing to say, but it's the one good thing that is going to give you the best chance of all to actually overcome Spectredawn. Right, so interact number 4.
I'll agree with that.
Well, 2-ball thought about it. Did anything else go? I didn't hear anything drop. No. Let's try. Well, welcome to Bedhead. Good evening. Well, that's your
Slim
Norwegian brothers on the way home, Bedhead. Well, there's another mistake from Slim, isn't it? I mean, he's hung the one ball. Well, he's got no excuse if he's not streaming this, that he's, sort of distracted. I think he's distracting himself one way or another here. And this is the one thing that Spectredawn has become very solid at, is finding his way out. Even when the tables are more complicated than this, he's very adept at working out problems and dealing with situations, which is another advantage to him. But Slim simply cannot exacerbate the situation by digging his own hole. Got to put these shots away. Hanging the one ball's going to cost him. And we're going to have daylight early on here. $19.11 calls Mooncake to Spectredawn. Well, Slim's got to bounce back here. He can only do that when he's at the table.
Yep, if and when he gets to the table.
Oh, I think he's just in the gap there. He's just in the gap. Now, the 2 really doesn't go into that side, so he's went round to have a quick look, I think, to see that, but it certainly doesn't really go, so he's got to find another way to deal with this 2 ball. Now, if he puts loads of left English on this, he can certainly go try and go over, but the problem is traffic to try and get back across so he has a shot. Well, that's one way of working it out, but has he pushed it safe? No, he hasn't. That's an excellent shot. Run straight into the 2. Got it into play. So that was a little bit of trouble that he had there to deal with. And again, an example of how he solves his problems. It's going to be a hard watch for Slim. He's just got to be patient. He knows well enough what the penalties are for letting Spectredawn at the table. You could be there for a little while without getting a shot. You've just got to be ready as and when you do get your shot. I mean, his best bet at the moment is a dry break. The penalties are severe for letting Spectredawn in there, missing that 1 ball, hanging it over the pocket. It's cost him a few racks already. Well, the one ball has gone. He's lying nicely on the 2. Well, he can obviously hold the cue ball for the 3 up table, but his bigger concern is the 4, and the 4 is in a dodgy area to get into. I'll tell you what, though, he's going to be on the money if he just stuns this in and rolls across, because this cue ball is going directly for that 4 ball coming down this short side. And he's played the stun. Hasn't quite got down far enough. I mean, he's obviously going to have to think about coming off this 9 ball. So if he puts a bit of maybe a bit of top and right English, it will help it go around the corner. But does he really want to help it a great deal? I don't know. I mean, the cue ball wants to go that way, unless it's gone round. Is it going to get there, though? No. He's short, or he's overhit it, one of the 2. 6 ball goes. Well, we know what the inevitable result is here. And this is going to get very ugly very quickly here, Slim. As soon as you get a chance, you need to make the most of it. Try and stay in touch. I mean, that just shows you you get to the deeper levels in this tournament, how severe you can end up getting punished with that one mistake on that 1 ball. And Slim sat there for quarter an hour now doing nothing other than twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah, looks like Spectredawn came in ready to play today.
Yeah, he's ready to go, most certainly. and if Slim hasn't grasped that concept yet, he'll pretty soon work it out as these racks keep ticking up. That 8 ball's trying to get there, but it's run into traffic. But it's yet another dry break from Spectredawn. And that was something that Steve spoke about in his previous match. I think Spectredawn was struggling badly to get a ball in the break in that match as well. He was struggling to find any level of consistency. And right now, that's all that Slim has got to go on. And I don't think the 1 ball went, or else he wouldn't have just pushed the 1 ball around the corner.
Boy, that's tight.
Well, I mean, he's got to duck for cover here. I can't believe he's going to take the cut up the table. Look at where the 2 is. He could end up running into trouble here. Well, I don't believe he's played such a shot there that he was trying to pot that. But he could have done with getting it further over, picking a better line to get that over onto the middle of the shot rail there. I mean, there's good cover up the top end of the table. You've just got to find a path to get there. But you've always got to keep in mind what you're doing with the 1 ball when you're cutting it back off that long rail right now. I don't believe he wants to send a 1 ball up the table. Look who's come into the room. Trouble.
Well, hopefully somebody's around to take care of that.
Well, he's got distance. He's probably if Spectredawn can see enough of the edge of that one, he might take it on. I don't know that he can, though. Brain Fallout's lurking in the dark. There you go. Well done, my man. He's lurking in a corner there. He's like a silent ninja, so he is. Well, there you go. Clearly the pot was on. Where's the cue ball going?
Where's the cue ball going?
And there's a lifeline for Slim in this rack. You know, it might be something just as simple as that with ball in hand that'll help Slim just to get his feet in the ground and get off and running. Because he's stalled. That's the one thing he's done. He's stalled.
Yeah, he's in a pretty good hole right now.
Now, Mooncake says he had once with Spectredawn waiting for 30 minutes in a challenge room before I had a chance to get out of a safety.
Slim's got the capabilities, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's more than capable of getting on a roll himself.
Oh, he could come back out and run 5 racks just like he just did.
Well, I think
I
that,
like this shot too much.
I think in normal circumstances that would be a fair point, Rob. But I think we've seen enough evidence during this tournament to see that running racks in a sequence is a difficult challenge, simply because we've got this rack money on.
Right.
With the racks up the table, the 9 balls on the sort of head spot, I think, or the head of the rack, and it's making it a lot more difficult.
They get a ball on the break, though. That's a start.
Yeah, and if for some reason the struggle is actually stringing them together, it just seems to not be happening in this tournament. Well, the cue ball's going to stay in the table. Slim's going to get himself, well, at least one rack closer.
Maybe they could have done for that cue ball to come out a little further that time, but this will work.
Right, well, that's a 9 ball in the break, so there's a bonus. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Golden break? I'm a little behind you, Hugh.
Make a mark of that one, because there might not be many of them, but Slim could do with a couple more.
Boy, there's Interchange X got close several times in that match this morning.
Yeah, well, Slim having got that 9 ball there, he then comes up bone dry next rack. So you can see there's absolutely no consistency in what's happening with the break on this rack money situation. Mm-hmm. You can't predict anything.
And that's why they went to that. That's why a lot of the tournaments have gone to that. They can't figure out how to break it consistently like they did with the 1 ball on the head spot.
Well, the 2 ball clearly pots past the 7. It's just trying to get the cue ball out of there.
What the pros have done, they have figured out how to make that 1 ball on the side with that rack like that. Yeah, and we had a few guys last year getting the 1 ball fairly consistently into the side pocket. And I'm pretty certain we had rack money on last year as well, but that doesn't seem to be happening this year, or they haven't worked it out and found that line. Well, there's a mistake there from Spectredawn, and this is the perfect example again of what you have to do given that chance, an unexpected opportunity for Slim. The table's not all that difficult. Get out. Oh, yeah. Nothing touching. You got to get out. That's what the good players will say. They look up there and say, "Nothing's touching. Got to get out."
He's left it a wee bit short on the wrong side of the floor. Now he's going to try and stun across, play the 5 into the other corner. Perfect. Well, those likes have gone beyond the halfway mark, guys. We're almost getting there.
Come on, guys. Hit that like button.
Keep up the good work and see if you can help my very menial, or very, what's the word? Feeble. That's what I'm looking for. Feeble channel way short of 1,000 subscribers. In fact, I've actually lost a subscriber since last week, believe it or not. I was at, whatever it was, 38. Now I'm down to 737. So I don't know who the hell that was that bailed out on me. But anyway, well done to Slim. He's got himself back in touching distance. He's steadied the ship slightly. Now he needs to get a full head of wind into the sails and try and run off into the distance. Now that's easier said than done.
He could stand another golden break.
Well, he's come up with the worst reply. He's come up with a dry break himself.
Oh.
Well, this is a big ask to get to the 2-ball, is it not? I mean, look, the path is very tight to the 5-ball, I think. I think if you cut that one and you go with the donut around the corner, the path is very tight to the 5-ball, and you might actually end up running into the 4.
I mean, that's very tight.
Do you see the commentator's eye there? And he's fluked the 5. Would you believe it? Misses the 1, flukes the 5, and Slim's probably thinking, well, justice is done because he hasn't got a shot in the 1. But my eye line looking at that looked as if it was going to be very close to the 5 and going to be difficult to get to the 2.
This kind of rolls, I get it.
Goodness me, he's not only kicked the damn thing in, would you believe it? Well, that's going to be one of them.
What a fantastic play. Absolutely incredible.
And just when Slim thinks he's back in the ball game.
This is the comment I made the other night when we were talking about playing League, of people getting lucky like that. Lower handicaps.
That's definitely painful.
Oh, it's very painful when that happens. You're like, well, now how do I win? when you got an opponent that's playing well and they're getting the rolls.
Well, Spectredawn has given up the table. Slim, well, again, he could practice his banking skills into this corner. Or can he see enough of it to do it? Yeah, it's a cutback bank, though, so he has to make the line to get it into that corner pocket. That's what you're looking at.
Yes, it'll go. He's going to have to spin it.
He's nailed it. And he's got a nice little bump in the 6. And he's good to go. Let's check with other camera, see if it's still there.
I keep falling behind.
Well, as I said at the beginning of the stream, Rob, I've got it on. My live streams are normal, ultra low latency to have the shortest delay between what I'm seeing on the PC to what you see on the live stream. I've now got it in normal latency, which is will be the slowest and the longest delay because I was testing live captions. They clearly aren't working, so I'm going to give that up as a bad idea. XSplit they added live captions, and I've still not been able to get them to work. I didn't realise you had to have it on low latency and in normal latency in order for them to work, but it still doesn't damn well work.
Got himself in no man's land.
Well, he can duck for cover here, but he's got to play a touchy shot to get that.
Well, he got not a good leave, but he got a decent leave. But Spectredawn will probably cut this right in.
Let's have a look. Well,
possibly come around the 9.
No, he's going thin into the corner. Thin into the corner.
Oh, dang. Cutting it backwards.
Well, Slim's probably thinking, here we go again. He's now going to be trailing 2 again.
Made a good. Can't knock him. He made a good shot.
Mooncake's asking you, Rob, where are you? Don't say in the commentary booth.
Well, I'm there as well. I'm in North Louisiana.
And I'm in East Ayrshire, Bonnie, Scotland, or Strathclyde, Bonnie, Scotland.
Yeah, quite a bit of distance between you and I.
Yeah, about, well, an around figure, about 3,000 miles.
Oh, give or take. I actually, matter of fact, I'm across the coast from Steve, over where he lives now.
Right. So are you parallel with the start of the Florida Panhandle?
Oh, no, I'm below.
You below it?
I'm below that.
Along the coast?
No,
No.
If you look at the map and see Louisiana, I'm almost as far north in Louisiana as you can go.
So you're to the left of Steve, though. You're inland.
Oh, I'm
way
south.
Yeah.
I'm just a few hours from New Orleans. Just a little short day trip to New Orleans.
Spectredawn leaving it high for this 5-ball, not messing with the 8.
But I live not too far from where Steve is now. Oh, good. 35 years ago.
Larry's in Arkansas. That's in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Nobody lives there.
Not unless, did he move? I didn't know Larry was in Arkansas.
Well, Larry's typed Arkansas. I'm just assuming that's meaning that he's saying where he's from. I thought Larry was out in the sticks anyway, as we call it. Well, there's a bonus for Slim. I don't know what happened there because I was too busy looking at the chat.
That ain't good. We have a scratch.
Well, you are way behind me because that's you just seeing the scratch.
I just saw it. That's why I said I am way behind you.
Oh, Nebraska.
I keep refreshing.
Well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Middle of nowhere. Is it? Am I just putting two together and making up stories here? North of Nebraska is Arkansas.
Depends on what part of Nebraska he's in. Which a lot of countryside in Nebraska, though.
Well, Slim's slowly but surely getting there, but I think he's got the dry break disease because Spectredawn's back at the table. Easy starter, and really the only trouble ball that there is there is a 2-ball, and he's right on the money for it. So I think we've got a fair idea where this is headed.
Correct, Larry. Matter of fact, before I live where I'm living now, I was 10 minutes from the Arkansas border.
Oh, I think the main objective for Slim right now is to just try and keep in touch. But you always, I always get this sense of feeling that, Spectredawn's going to suddenly get on a roll here, 2 or 3 racks.
Again.
Well, he's gone the wrong side here, but again, all the room to play with. He can come back down the left-hand side. It's all about just judging the weight of shot. Somewhere round about the left side pocket. Oh, he's coming down on top of the 8-ball. He's well into bedhead territory. He's got that all wrong. And that is actually a pretty poor shot. But, again, he's got a dodgy cut, but he'll have a quick look at it and pretty much end up in the centre of the pocket normally.
Good gracious.
Well, he's having another look. He's doubting himself.
Yeah, it ain't no gimme.
And it still went into the centre of the pocket. Now he needs to miss. Oh, he's going to be in no man's land right now. Well, maybe not. He's still going to cut that down the rail or up the rail, depending on what end of the table you're looking at. How frustrating is this? That's going to go in. It's going to hold the line all the way. How frustrating is it to sit and watch this when you're his opponent? You're looking for a glimpse of daylight. You're looking for a little chance, and even though it ends up looking dodgy for him, he still puts the whole thing away. 2-rack lead again. And a ball in the break. And no shot in the 1 this time. There's no room past the 2. In fact, that, well, he would come off the point. But he's got cover. But he could be in trouble himself here if Slim gets this full in the face and punches it around the table. He hasn't hit it, has he? It needs to keep rolling. I think there's maybe enough there to cut that in, is there? Touch and go, whether there is enough there to get to it. I think I'm not convinced. Then again, what do I know? Look, plenty of room. Spectredawn just nails it straight into the side pocket.
I was fixing to say, I'm seeing it behind you, but he had plenty to make it. Tough shot, but he still made it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a glimmer of hope there for Slim, but then it's quickly snuffed out. And then it still makes you wonder why Spectredawn has never won one of these things.
Right. I've been wondering for a long time how he hasn't won one of these 9-ball world championships.
Yes, you've got to be playing at a certain level throughout the tournament to get to the business end of it, but you'd have thought he'd have... I mean, I would have laid money on Spectredawn having 3 or 4 of these under his belt by now.
Me as well.
But it's a bit like the Federer, Nadal. You've got Djokovic. The 3 of them dominating the top end of the tennis rankings. How tough was it to win a major tournament when those 3 guys were all around? So
it was very, very hard. One of the 3 of them was always winning.
Yeah, you've got Albinario and Cobra battling out most of the time, so it's very tough to get in the mix. And even if you do beat them once in the tournament and you send them to the one-loss side, there's a strong chance that if you do well, you're still going to meet them again, either the semi or the final, one of the 2. So, it's a hard ask to win this thing. Tall order.
Yeah, with the double elimination, you're saying about the tennis, they didn't have no double elimination. Once you was out, you was out.
Well, that's it, yeah. You only get 1 shot at it each time.
1 shot. If you don't win the match, you ain't got another chance. That's an advantage of a tournament like a pool tournament, that you'll have a second chance.
Well, Interchange X, yes, you're right, but I don't know whether Steve's pointing out the right thing when he talks about Spectredawn, and I think we have seen evidence of it in the streams that when you get into tight situations, sometimes it's not just about the potting ability and all of that stuff in this tournament in particular. When you talk about Spectredawn, it's down to his choice of shot, particularly in safeties. And, even if I'm not being that critical, his safety choices have not been the best thing in the world. His push-outs have not been the best in the world at times. They've let him down.
Well,
and
sometimes
say
something and add to what you said earlier in the match. It sometimes comes down to the right shot choices, which you've been saying, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah, I mean, there's very fine margins when it gets to the nitty-gritty in these things, and sometimes it's just that weakness that raises its ugly head the odd time.
It's when you should be shooting a safety and you shoot a crazy shot and miss, and then get upset because you missed it when you should have shot an easy safety, like Steve said. Steve's right about that. When it makes more sense to shoot the easy safety rather than the crazy backwards cut,
Well, I've said it often enough. These guys in this tournament, at this stage in the tournament, safety's the last thing in their minds. It's if the chance is there.
However,
They're
if you
looking to
watch
get out.
Albie and Cobra shoot, they more 9 times out of 10 they shoot the correct shot, whether it's a safety or whether it's pocketing the ball. They shoot the correct shot.
You know, you think about the equations. I mean, if the guys sit back and ask themselves, well, how come these guys are winning so much? How come it's always between them? What are they doing right that I'm not doing right? You know, work it out yourself.
It comes down to they shot the correct shot.
Well,
at the correct time.
We're now back into a mini crisis again here for Slim. It's a 4-rack lead for Spectredawn.
What you said just a minute ago, he's going to get on that run again, and he did.
He's got a ball in the break.
You know it.
Well, see, again, now here's another one where Steve, if Steve was here, he would say that's a terrible push-out because the chances are he's going to get locked up. You know, there's a 2-ball and a 3-ball to hide behind. I know Steve wouldn't be happy, and that's a brilliant shot. That is a very good shot by Slim. But again, Spectredawn just asked for that. He just asked for that one.
I'm waiting to see it. Absolutely. And that's exactly what he's supposed to do.
Well, you know, if ever I needed anything to back me up in what I said, that when it comes to playing a push-out and stuff like that, then Spectredawn's choices are not necessarily the best option, and that was a fine example of not being the best option because you can see the obvious thing that was going to happen. When you play a player of the quality of Slim who knows what he's doing with the cue ball, he's going to nail you to one of those balls, and of course he did.
And he did. A lot of that right there, I'm going to tell you, comes from his one pocket experience, hitting the ball gently.
Yeah, lots of little touchy shots to keep that cue ball. Yeah.
If you've ever, watching it on here is different than watching it in real life, live. Watching them guys play one pocket, they're just amazing.
Well, he's got to get out of here and go in that 5. Let me have a look.
Their control playing one pocket is just absolutely amazing.
Well, he managed to kill the pace off it and hold it for the 5, but he's leaving it long.
I've told several guys, if you watching them play live, no way I could play one pocket. I don't have the patience.
Oh, I think I mean, I've not played a lot of games of it in this, and it does my head in that game because my head is working overtime every time, looking at the table, seeing where I'm going to go wrong.
Lord, just watching it. I can watch it. I enjoy watching guys that play it well. But
watch the 9-ball. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, again, he's done all the hard work. He's put Spectre in trouble, and now he's nailed himself. And he's scratched.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, there's the things that make it painful. You know, you've got a table at your mercy, and he can't get out.
Should have been out.
Double figures for Spectredawn. Don't forget, folks, my next scheduled match is Tuesday evening, and that is the Clash of the Titans, if you want to call them that. You've got Albinario, won the most tournaments, the most championships in virtual pool, up against Cobra, the second most successful player in virtual pool. Albinario, the current champion, the holder of this title, and Cobra trying to send him to the one-loss side again. Same old story between them two. They're always going to bump into one another sooner or later.
All they can hope for is when the draw comes out that one is on one side of it and the other one's on the other side, so they meet up in the final. If they get on the same side, they're going to meet up.
Is he going to find a line? Yes, he is. Well, you can go 2 rails into the back of the one if you can. 1, 2. Oh, no prizes for guessing what can happen here. Slim can nail him again. I mean, he could actually try and drop that one into the side pocket, which is, I think, what he's tried. But he's would you believe it? I mean, I think it's difficult to say what he tried. Did he try to rub past the 8-ball? But he ends up hooking himself. If it don't rain, it pours. Django Bustamante 666 was in the room.
I'm going to tell you, when it ain't your day for the rolls, it just ain't your day.
Mm-hmm.
They got one good roll early. You got the golden break. You know, that's pretty much a lucky roll.
Yeah, that was a good start for Slim. Things were looking good then, but since then it's went downhill.
Uh-huh.
And another dodgy cut, but nailed once again from Spectredawn. Well, this will be a good shot to get anything on this 4-ball. How is he going to get there? Trying to leave the combo? Yes, he is. And again, you'd expect him to roll this in.
Yeah, you definitely need to fix that latency thing.
Yeah, that was an experiment that didn't work.
Terribly behind you.
It did not work, so I won't be going near that again.
They every time you start talking about it, I've already made the previous shot, and they're already on the shot next before I even see the one that they got to.
Well, you're just going to have to get a better connection, Rob, or move home. Mid-Atlantic would be better than where you are now, but I can't help that.
I got good internet. It ain't that.
Oh dear.
That setting is killing me. Between me and you.
Well, like I said to the guys in the stream, I said the only way you're going to notice any difference is if you actually went into the room, but then watched the live stream. You would see the bigger delay. That won't be the case the next time around. Tuesday it'll all be fixed. It'll be back to normal, or back to ultra low that it normally is. What the hell's happened here?
I can even refresh and I still can't catch up.
Have we got a connection problem here for Spectredawn? Because he seems to have fallen asleep. The clock's ticked out. Oh, aye, he's had a disconnect and he's back in and he's now confused as to what's happened, but he doesn't realise it. But we saw it from my end. He left the room for a short spell there. But he's back and all things seem to be good.
Well, that could be some of my issue too. If he's got a not so good connection, that could be between me, him, and you.
No, Interchange X is asking me if I've got any sync problem. No, the problem was Spectredawn's end, because that's why he's put question marks up in the chat. He's wondering what happened there. I don't think he realised he had a disconnect. I think maybe he had a delay on his end, waiting on something happening, and then he caught up with the server.
Well, he hit that really good from the 8 to the 9.
Well, 11-5 lead. And it's now more than a mini crisis. It's a major crisis here. Balls are going
what
in.
Steve says, his 2-1. That's hard to come back from.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he needs 8 to win, and Slim needs 6 to catch up. So it's almost basically a 2-1.
Yeah, he's got to get on a roll, but at the moment he's got to get to the table again.
I was fixing to say just that. He got to get to the table before he can get on a roll.
Now I wonder whether Spectredawn can tickle that 1 ball, miss the 3, miss any other collision, and drop in behind the 4. Nope. He didn't. Obviously, the shot wasn't on, but he's got the next best thing. This could go wrong if it comes off the back of the 1 and runs into the 4 and scratch. Well, he's got lots of bottom in the cue ball, so that stops the cue ball travelling that direction. And how's his outcome? Well, it ain't too bad. Well, we're still looking at the my second monitor. I'm looking at the live stream on my XSplit. We're still a couple of likes short of that target, folks. Get the job done, and then we'll hear no more about it.
Come on, guys. Hit the like button. It's one click.
Quick tab out and a quick tab back in. You won't miss anything doing it because I've got this latency thing set.
They don't even got to tab out, Hugh. All they got to do is scroll down the screen, click the like button. You ain't even got to tab out when you're watching the live stream.
Well,
I saw mine come up right at the first of the stream. I was watching it and hit the like at the same time.
I wonder if he's going to try the combo here. I think he is. He's already made his mind up.
Ooh, that ain't too good.
Now, you've got to actually aim at a spot in the rail here when you're playing this 2-ball, because that's how you make the cut angle in the 9. You aim at a spot in the rail behind the 9-ball. That's where you want to send the 2-ball. He's overdone it. He's overdone it straight away. Well, here you go, Slim. It might not seem a lot, but at least it's a chance to win a rack. What have I missed? Cobra says.
I'm seeing you. I'm hearing you on Discord, live. Everything right up current, but the stream is not.
Yeah, where was Cobra this afternoon? I think he went. Well, Cobra's just fallen into the house after his drinking binge this afternoon. He was out at the pub. That's why he didn't see your match, Mooncake. Well, Slim has gotten one more on the board.
Or should.
And he's got a 3-ball in the side pocket. And the 1 ball gets cut off by the 4. That 1 ball would have been on if that 4 had stayed out the way. And now Slim's just going to try and keep things tight. This is not the best.
This is the advantage Slim has, is kicking safe for all his 1 pocket knowledge.
Oh.
Well, not kicking, but, moving the ball with...
He could be in trouble here in a minute, Slim. He could be in bother. No, England fans shouldn't be celebrating anything yet. The celebrations will be happening if they can take out Argentina in the semi-final. And even there, Spectredawn, I think, went for the combo. And he's ended up getting cover. I don't know whether that's by accident or whether it was planned.
Isn't the match Tuesday at 7 p.m. your time?
I haven't a foggiest idea, Rob. I haven't seen the schedule, but that would suit me fine rather than the middle of the night. I got up this morning to catch the end of the Argentinian match, and that was about 4 o'clock this morning. I got out of my bed.
Those two shouldn't have too much trouble getting their match scheduled. They're not, their time, restraints is not that much different.
Who are we talking about?
Albie and Cobra.
Oh no, they're playing Tuesday.
What I said.
There's only an hour's difference in the time zone.
7 p.m., isn't it?
Yeah.
Your time?
I thought you were talking about the World Cup there for a second. My mind's in a different tangent here. I thought you were talking about World Cup matches.
I ain't watched a match of it, Hugh. I like soccer, but I just had never... And I should be watching it because I like soccer.
That 2-ball just goes, I think. No, obviously not. Well, here we go again. Slim with a chance. Well, I'm sure that 2-ball did go. It was very, very tight. But Spectredawn caught the other ball, so Slim has his chance.
Boy, I mean tight. Ooh, he hit both them balls.
Yeah.
He wasn't nowhere close to getting that 2 through there.
Oh, is it an 8 p.m. kickoff for the what do you call it? The semi-final with Argentina? That's still good enough for me.
If they play at 7, I might get to watch a little bit of it, but I probably won't get to see Albie and Cobra. I'll have to watch it when I get home.
Yeah, France are the favourites for the whole thing. I mean, they've looked solid, but you know they could look solid. They only need to get one match wrong and then they're out. But they're probably the main favourites now by the bookies. Meanwhile, Slim is going to stick another one on the board. How can he get a bit of momentum here?
You watch how Slim hits this 8-ball, just real gentle.
Oh, dear.
Where's the cue ball going?
He's done it again. He's done it again, and there's that ugly line of those 3 balls that Steve says happens quite a lot. I don't believe, because I've hardly ever seen it other than VP4.
It does. I've seen it a lot of times myself.
But anyway, I mean, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. You just pinch your rack back and then bang, scratch.
Yep.
And we're talking about getting a bit of momentum, and Slim can't get any help there.
This is going about like Interchange X and Romario. We're talking about 2 different levels of players, but he's getting about the same amount of chances that Romario got.
Quick question, guys. What's happening in the tennis? That seems as if it's going to be a long, drawn-out affair. It was one set apiece when I came in back into the PC. Any update for us? What's his name? The current champion had actually just won the second set against Zverev. So a little update on it wouldn't do any harm, please.
What are we doing? Which one? The U.S. Open?
No, Wimbledon final, the men's final.
Is the Wimbledon? Man, I hadn't keep up with no tennis in so long, Hugh. I need to start watching it again.
Well, I don't keep up with tennis other than when Wimbledon comes around. That's the only time I pay any attention to it. I don't look at any other tennis matches anywhere. It's never a regular thing for me at all. No
I used to watch it pretty regular for when the 3 guys you mentioned were playing real good all them years. I watched it all the time.
Well, here we go again. Spectredawn administering punishment for the scratch for Slim. Sinner is 2-1 up now. Thank you very much, Interchange X. I knew somebody would be listening. It looks as if we're 1 like away from, well, 2 at the most, but it looks like 1 to me. We're getting very close to the mark, folks.
If I could mark it twice, I would.
Just to shut me up.
Not just to give it to you. Well, those people that got multiple profiles all log in and just give you as many likes as they can.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
As many streams you do, they'll log in one, log out another, and then log back in. Just give you all the likes they can give you.
We need Stub. Talking about Stub, I hope Brainful is paying attention, because look who's arrived in the room. He's ready to start the old bullshit again. But, and again, here's another example of where Slim ends up, or Spectredawn gets a dry break, but Slim ends up with an ugly table. The 1 ball's dead in the rail. The 8 and the 9 ball are dead in the rail. And, even if he got the 1 ball, he's going to have to work hard to get out here. I mean, you get behind the 8 ball, you can make the 8-9 combo, no problem. But this 1 ball is The immediate
It's a
problem.
one pocket shot. If anybody can make it to be Slim, this is a one pocket shot.
So the push out played, but Slim put back in.
See, I'm behind. Hadn't even seen the push out.
I think Brainful out is he must be in a tournament, is he, or is he going for dinner? Is he watching the tennis? Because we've still got trouble in this room. He's left the room. He's left the room before he gets nabbed. Right, so 2 ball over the side, corner pocket, wide open in the 3 ball, drop down behind
ran
the
out
4.
before it got kicked out.
So, I think there's only one way this is going, this rack. But it is probably going to have to be a combo 8 and 9, which is certainly none too difficult, the way it's sitting.
It's sitting pretty good. It looks almost straight on.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to be missed. You get behind it, anywhere behind it, you're potting it every day of the week.
Now, the guys at this level, they should make that every day.
So he's now, well, if he was 2-1 up, that's him won the match now then. Is that my understanding of it? Yeah, he's been in and done the dirty business and then left the room. Unless he's also left the lobby. So here we go, the combo for a 13-7 lead.
There it goes.
I think it's dry. It's a dry break. Another Slim lifeline here. He's not getting much to work on here, Slim.
No,
very little at all.
Well, he's got a shot at the 1. 2 balls right there with it, so all you got to do is just push it in.
Well, he's going to want a little angle on this 4 ball just so he can nip it along the rail and out for the 5, but I think he's gone too straight. Well, he's maybe just going to roll it in and bump through behind the 6. Oh no, he's studded it and held it there. I mean, I don't think that makes much difference at all because he's going to come out and he'll be on the 6 into the side. Well, clearly now we are 1 like away from a full house of the target of 12. And this match has been going for an hour. And it's not going to be going an awful lot longer at this rate, the way Spectredawn is going. But Slim can prolong the match a that bit more if he can put this one away.
Well, he got a good bump right then.
Right, what am I reading in the chat here? You got to kick him for a few days. When he does that, mute is not enough. He just does the exact same thing on the next match. Correct every word that Bedhead said. Get him tossed out the lobby. Well, I think Slim came up dry again.
Dry again.
Of course, the 2 ball was hanging over the corner pocket. All that Spectredawn had to do was just nudge the 1 onto it. The 1 has stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably the toughest shot in the rack, getting nice on the 3, and he's got perfect on the 3.
Well, I said a while ago, it's hard to beat a player like this when they're playing well and getting the rolls.
Well, that is frozen to the rail, that 5-ball. So he needs to be careful with that. And there he is. He's back in and he's bomb force, and he's jumped out the room again. So he's back in and out like a yo-yo. Get him booted the hell out of there.
He is a yo-yo.
Pull the trigger on him and bail him out. So this is the one that's going to decide whether this rack gets done or not, because that 5-ball is married to the rail, and he should have double-checked that.
You definitely don't want to have to shoot it up table.
Oh yeah, you got to get the bottom of get into the kitchen area here. Well, he's checked it up, but he's got pretty good on it, but it's got to stay flush, this ball. Any slight bump into the rail, that 5-ball's coming out of there. He's got to get the timing of the shot right here, and he's nailed it. Well, did we expect anything different? I don't think so.
Nah. He makes those shots most of the time, 9 out of 10 times. And he uses the 8. He uses the 8 to come back to the 6. That was a good shot.
Well, the trouble is that we've got institutions for clowns, Mooncake. We lock people like that away.
Well, so do we.
Well,
but we got a whole lot more. We got a whole lot more of them running loose.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Got room for.
And obviously, Stubb isn't on the radar yet. That he hasn't made the radar because he's still running loose as well. Well, this procession keeps marching along. It's now 14 racks to 8. Well, sometimes as a neutral, when you hope for a close match to make it exciting, it just doesn't happen. And this looks like it's going to be one of them, I'm afraid. Yeah, Slim's been really struggling to get in this. He's found no momentum at all. And when he wins a rack, I think he's scratched on a couple of occasions just to kill that momentum.
Yep, that'll definitely kill it. Oh, nope. I was going to say he looks dry, and he's flush on the 1. Good gracious. I mean, he's getting everything. Ball on the break, straight in on the 1 pretty much every time. Or the low ball, let me rephrase that.
Now he's got himself awkward over the 4-ball. This is touchy. Any English on that cue ball and he'll miss the pot.
Reckon side or down the table? Probably in the side and come back up. You know, shoot one like this to the closest pocket. That way you ain't got to move it very much. Well, looks like he's going to go down the table.
Yeah.
Well, my eyes like yours, Hugh, I'd have to shoot that in the closest pocket, so I'll make sure that I can get it in the pocket.
Oh, he's nailed it. And never even touched the sides. Never touched the sides.
That's the difference in young eyes and old eyes, though.
Well, he's slightly awkward here in this 3-ball. He might have to come down and play the combo in this 4 and not try to do anything more heroic than that.
Yep.
That looks as if the line he's trying to get to pop this 3-ball in and just come across. No, he's determined just to leave the harder cut, the more difficult cut. The combo is actually probably easier than the cut, but he's leaving the high cut, the bedhead cut in the 4-ball.
He figured with his shot making abilities, though, that that's what he's most comfortable with. That's the shot you should. That's the shot you should shoot. What you're most comfortable with.
Well, these are the things where he's betting himself, and he's backing himself that he's going to get this. He's got no fear, and it's right in the heart of the pocket again. Where's the cue ball going though?
That's what he's most comfortable with. He doesn't feel like he was comfortable with that combo, so he shot the harder shot.
Well, this time he's not got a roll. He's hooked. So Slim Get yourself ready.
Darn you. That good. I mean, Slim finally got a roll. Maybe.
Oh, it wouldn't shock me if he kicked it in, but he's got it too thin across the top of the 5. And here's Slim's chance just to rescue another rack, try and get to double figures.
I'd like to see Slim get on a run and get a rally.
Well, he has to do it, and he has to do it pretty quick. And that really is his only chance of getting back in. And he has to start doing it now. He has to get balls in the break, run out. And, you know, we've not seen a great deal of that at all throughout the event. So you have to think that his odds on doing something like that are not great.
Not great, right.
But
I'd like to see something happen, maybe get a couple of lucky golden breaks and get it back even and make it, like you said, make it exciting.
Just as a neutral, we want to see a match get a bit more exciting. So double figures makes a slight difference psychologically. I always think it does. I think the scoreboard, you know, just looks that bit better having double figures on the board than still in single figures. Oh, I think Slim's got a ball now. He's got a shot in the 1. Now, the problem is he's going to dice with that side pocket if he's going to try and get in the short side of the 2. Well, now I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to get above it for the 2 in the side?
Let's see
well,
again, I'm behind you again, so you're calling a shot I can't even see. I'm having to wait to see it.
Well,
I was caught up there till that.
Oh, what a shot.
All the way around.
He's blasted the 2 in, but of course, what does he end up doing? He ends up getting nailed behind the 5. Goodness me. And I mean, that is pretty much properly nailed because that reduces all the angles he's got available to him. And you're not going to get a break, Slim. As hard as you try, you're not going to get a break.
Man. Yeah, that's brutal.
Well, I think we've made our target. I think we've got there interchange X. We've hit 12 again for the 3rd time in a row. What a difference the light bar has made. What an incentive. Everybody get the light bar filled as soon as you can because it shuts you up in the commentary booth and he stops asking us.
There we go. Boy, he messed that 7 up. Now Spectredawn, even though he's got ball in hand, he got to get that 7 out of there.
Well, again, another example here for not Onepocketslim, Spectredawn, but he's left himself on the short side of the 4. I think he was wanting to be actually sort of there where he could push the 4 in and run through to the 9 and 7. I think that was what he was intending to do. Get to about there, run that in.
I think he got a little too much angle this time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking he was going to do, is leave it with a little bit more angle where he could hit it with top and just run down the rail and bump it.
Well, he's
still have a shot on the 6.
He's got to avoid the 7 ball if he's going to try and nip across. There is room to get across and get a bump and split the 2 of them. Well, he's going a couple of rails to try and do it.
I feel say he may go the 3 rail route, come spin around, try to nudge between them.
Well, he fell short, and but he's got second prize. He's left nothing simple for Slim. Even if Slim banks this 5 ball in, he's still going to have no shot in the 7. And of course, what does he do? He scratches.
Oh, Lord. He's really struggling.
Well, surely you can split these with ball in hand. I mean, what else do you need to get in to get the little bump? Well, he's got a double kiss off the 9, though. It's the double kiss off the 9, and now he's got to make his mind up. He's trying to sneak behind the 8 ball here.
I'm just now seeing him shoot the 5, but I don't think I would have did what he did there to draw it back. I think I would have put it on the other side and hit it with top.
I don't use the overhead in the game myself at all. Well, I have been using it occasionally, so I have. But I get out of the habit of doing it. But anything to oblige.
It's big. Ooh, that's a poor shot.
Well, he's got the right pace in the cue ball. He should be getting to that magic double figures. It ain't all over yet. If he can get this run going now, he might get back in it. It has to happen now.
What will be good if he gets the? I can't see it. You're ahead of me. Once he gets that, and then then we get a golden break and go to 14 to 11, and then break and get a ball. That will be the what he needs.
No, here's a clue, Rob.
Where's the cue ball going?
There's a clue. He's just at a scratch in the break again. Oh dear
God!
Oh my goodness me!
Poor Slim. He's destined to have bad luck on this in this match.
Slim is going 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's exactly what he's been doing all day.
The whole match. I mean, Spectredawn's been taking 3 steps forward and a half a step back. Gosh. Whew, terrible. I hate when I have a day like that. I've been there.
Have you not noticed as you get older, Rob, you get a lot more days like that? I have.
Yes. Yes. In my pool playing, yes. I have a lot more days like that than I used to have.
I noticed that a long while ago.
I'm like you, the eyes have gone, but I still like to play for them days when I have a good day.
Well, there's a very narrow gap to get this cue ball into for this 7 ball.
As good as he's been hitting them, he'll probably get there. Now, he could get on the bottom rail.
No, he's perfect.
Put it in.
Well, I would describe this as a workmanlike performance from Spectredawn. He's doing the business. A bit dodgy in the choice of push-outs, but that's about it. Other than that, he has been rock solid.
He's done everything good except safeties.
Steve
says that work on your safeties, and you can work on them as much as you want. Either you're going to hit them or you're not.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm shooting Cobra, I've never gone near the overhead button. I never use the fine tune. I've never used that a day in my life in virtual pool. Never touched the button. I've accidentally touched it and annoyed myself by doing it, but I've never actively used fine tune. I've never used overhead. I don't get any value out of using it at all.
And those guys that shoot when he makes reference to the pros, my God, they're playing 17 hours a day.
Yeah.
They should be able to get safeties like they're shooting a straight-in shot.
There's a psychological warfare started. The psychological warfare started in the chat. Bedhead's winding everybody up. It's Run Out Rob that's in the commentary booth. Who the hell's No Doubtable again? Because I can't remember who that is. Well, Spectredawn, 15 rack to 10 lead.
To me, y'all just have to bear with my southern drawl, because my southern drawl is terrible.
I use fine tune when I need to jump with playing cue. Oh, look at where the 7 ball's gone. The 7 ball comes across to block the 4.
Well, here comes another combination, maybe.
Slim having to kick.
Of course, he gets the roll. He has all day. Why would it stop now, right?
Yeah, of course. And he doesn't need any rolls, but Slim may be getting a roll here. You never know here. Yeah, he's got cover. Well, for once he gets a roll of the ball. The bad news is that Spectredawn will probably kick this in.
I mean, he's got all the rolls all day. Why should it stop?
It's a big target, this 4. Oh, he's way short on it. Way short. Well, I mean, he's 15-10 in front. He's going to have to nip this into the side pocket, though. Let's have a look at how tight that is. Well, he's fine. If only for the fact that he's going to have to hit this hard enough probably to get up and down and back up. To get on that 6 ball, and he's got to avoid the scratch as well at the same time. In fact, just for Mooncake, let's do an overhead. And he's missed the cut. Oh dear. And Slim actually didn't run it 2 rails. He decided just to try and do it dead weight. And now the angle is there for Spectredawn to get back. Where's the cue ball going? Well, there's another lifeline.
Where's the cue ball going?
You'll just be seeing that now, Rob.
Well, yeah, what'd he do?
Well, Spectredawn scratched again, believe it or not.
Oh, there it goes. Yep, in that corner. All right, Slim, got to get out this time. He gets out this time. This will probably be as close as he's been the whole match, within 4.
Well, Mooncake's just bragging because he's got a big fancy multi-DPI mouse with 25 different buttons on it. That's all that Mooncake's bragging about. I've got my zoom here and I've got this there and blah, 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 blah. Well, meanwhile, Slim ain't dead and buried yet, folks. He's got a couple of balls in the break.
A golden break will sure work good right now.
Yeah, well, I've already seen it. He doesn't get one.
I said would. I didn't say it was. The likelihood of it happening is pretty slim.
Right, now, what does he do here? I mean, obviously, you've got to get right up into the table so you can do something with this 3 ball or have any sort of chance of trying to manufacture the combo. Well, at least he's got himself over on the right side. Well, let's see what he does. Is he going all out or is he trying to get down and dirty? And he's trying to tuck it away. He hasn't tucked it away tight enough, though. It's an easy hit. I'm going to have to get a drink here. I'm dehydrating. I'm going to have a big top up of water here.
I'll do the same. Oh, you almost got it, though. I just saw it, so.
Well, Spectredawn gets the kick and gets the cover.
Of course. Do you expect anything less?
Well, I think that might be Slim's last shot in this rack. Although, he's got to get himself on a reasonable footing on this 6 ball. Well, he's decided just to leave it. He's going to go forward, I would assume, and just come down the right side as we're looking. And I had plenty of room in the 7 ball. So he's going to have to check this up a bit if he's going to do that. Good bit of right English on this. And pretty much perfect on the weight. He's got a slight angle so he can stun this in. He can go around the other side of the 8 ball if he wants. He can do whatever he wants here.
I don't know. I think I would have done left and come around 3 rails behind it instead of trying that. You got to hit that inside. You got to hit that inside so good. And he did.
Yeah. Oh, his Cobra's bigger and fancier. We're still talking about mice here, aren't we? And we're still talking about mice, right? Oh, he's got a Razor mouse, and his is bigger and fancier, so it's got 25 buttons, and yours has only got 23. Oh, dear. Remember, it's not the amount of buttons you've got, it's what you do with it. Right, well...
I'm kind of like you on that deal, Hugh. I would have went the 3 rails around just because it's the way the cue ball wanted to go.
Well, I bet you none of you are sitting using a Logitech G5 mouse that I'm doing, the one that had the weights built into it. I've still got the weights for it. It's got the button on top for the different DPI settings, and if you use the old Logitech software, you can have 5 different DPI settings, and I've still got the software as well. This mouse is more than 10 years old, I can guarantee that. It's probably, I don't know, is it nearer 15 years old? This is a piece of artwork, this mouse, the most expensive mouse I ever bought. When I bought it, it was £49.99, 50 quid when I bought it. And it's still as good as the day that I bought it. That's the other point about it. It's still an excellent mouse. So we are rapidly approaching the demise of Slim in the winner's side, I have to say. But, oh dear, I think I've just cursed him there. Wait till you see this, Rob. I think I've just cursed him. I have jinxed him in a big way. He was at the table, and when I looked up, he was at the table, but when I opened my mouth to say what I said, I then jinxed him in the 4-ball. Goodness me. Oh, dear.
Oh, good God. It ain't his day, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm taking the blame for that.
You'll have to.
that was pitiful what I just done there. But, Slim had a little glimmer of hope there he was going to get another one. So again, checking the cue ball up, left English, stop it opening up and heading over towards the 9. Well, now he's got to make a choice. Does he check up again to come up the short side of the 7, or does he try and play for a bump in the 8? Well, he's checked it up. And he's perfect. So Spectredawn.
Somebody been watching CJ Wiley just a touch inside.
Is that a video that he made? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. He said you can make every shot with just a touch inside. I don't like him myself. You know, I met him. I found him to be a little bit crass and a little bit.
Full of it, as they say.
A little bit assholish.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like bloody, what's his face, doesn't it? That sounds like Earl the Pearl to me.
Well, I met the guy. He was not very friendly and not very, how do you say, fan-oriented.
Mm.
Now, we were in a smaller facility at a tournament down here close to where I live, and he was at the tournament. And he just, you know, if it wasn't somebody he wanted to talk to, he wouldn't standing there like, yeah, I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you.
Maybe he's one of these people that's got behavioural problems. Maybe he's like one of these savants, you know, like Rain Man, like Dustin Hoffman. Maybe he's got communication problems where he's not good in company.
Oh, he don't have that.
Or it could be he's just an out-and-out arsehole. I mean, one of the two.
I think that's the second choice is the better one for that. Because he doesn't have any communication problem, because I've watched multiple of his videos. He has no problem communicating. Super good pool player.
In the midst of all of that, we've got Spectredawn running the table here to get to the hill.
He should get on the hill here too. There's no reason he shouldn't.
100%, without a doubt.
No obstacles, nothing tied up. All you gotta do is control the cue ball.
Well, again, he's just left himself a more challenging
Mike
shot
Massey
here.
as well.
Mike Massey, but the older he got, he ended up being 2 Mike Masseys, didn't he? He put on a fair bit of weight, Mike Massey.
Easy, man. He's like a bear.
Yeah.
Man, that's a big man. He got a hand. You look at his hand, shake his hands like shaking a bear paw.
Well, there we go.
And don't ever fool yourself. Him and his trick shot. That son of a gun can run a table like anybody.
I think Mike Massey was over here in the UK. I saw him years ago. Not in person. I saw him on the TV. And I can't remember what it was he was doing. He was definitely doing some trick shots. But I can't remember what it was, what event it was.
He came and did like we having a tournament at one of the bars here. It's a pretty good sized tournament. They had several pros at it. And he was doing some little exhibitions between matches and things. And he was doing little challenges. People come up there to play him. And nobody could do nothing with him. He'd let them have the break and they'd miss and he'd run out. Because now they're talking about playing on a 7-foot table, and he's like 6'5" or 6'6". I mean, he bends over. He's like Steve. He bends over the table, and when he leans all the way over, he's all the way to the side pocket.
I'm reading what these chaps are talking about in the chat. Mooncake says he learned it from Bill to remap the E and S keys to the mouse buttons. Well, I use the... what one day I used is I think I'm just default on the mouse as far as that goes. I think all the other buttons I use are on the keyboard rather than on the mouse.
Me too.
I've never experimented doing that. I've only ever experimented with the sensitivity and the mouse speed settings and stuff. That's all I've ever done. Maybe I should do that though. Well, goodbye, Cobra, as well. Because it's time for Arnie. Where are you, Arnie? Let me find you. There he is.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It is all over, or it is about to be. We have.
This should be done.
We have the 4 players through to round 4, and Spectredawn is going to be the last one in. And Onepocketslim has had his bruising for today. He'll bounce right back, though.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the guys on the one loss side better be watching out because, he ain't no slouch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Slim's had his bad match. And he can bounce back on the one loss side.
He's going to hope this is his only bad match like this.
Well, there you go. I mean, we didn't really see an awful lot of Slim, and he didn't get an awful lot of assistance from Spectredawn. There was the odd mistake, but there was just one or two too many from Slim.
I think a lot of the bad rolls killed Slim. He scratched like 3 or 4 times on the break.
And that was a follow-up rack to one that he won. He was looking to get that follow-up rack, and every time I think he scratched on most of them.
He did. I think every time he got won a rack, he scratched on the break.
Right. So
he broke 5. He broke 5 times. 4 times he scratched.
Well, I thought that was the last of the round 3 matches. My bad. I've got that wrong. Because I forgot about I thought that the Cobra, the Cobra Albinari, I thought they were all done till I realised the Cobra Albinari match has still got to be done on Tuesday. So, yeah, Acero's waiting on the winner of that match, and that is Tuesday evening my time. Was it 7 o'clock or something? Oh, no, it's 6 o'clock. So that is, what's that, Rob? Central time, is that like 1 p.m., noon?
You say it was at 6 o'clock. It'll be noon my time.
Right.
So I'll be at work. I'll have to watch that when I get home.
And then, of course, as I said, Acero's waiting on the winner there. And then, of course, now we have Spectredawn matched up with Bedhead. So big scrap there between those two. And Bedhead, of course, has got more than enough ammunition to take on Spectredawn. Now, the one-loss side, let's have a quick look up and down of that. What have we got here?
When you call out time zones and you do Steve's, I'm an hour behind Steve.
Yeah, so you're 6 hours behind as opposed to him being 5, so you're right in the middle.
Right. He's on Eastern time. I'm on Central time.
Right. Larry is lying in wait for the winner between Silent but Deadly and Miskin. So I'm going to stick my head in the block and say Silent but Deadly is going to come through that. So that should be a tough matchup for Larry there.
I agree with that.
That match that we was talking about with NS War against Softbreak, that match is finished. That went to a final rack decider, 15-14. I never even kept an update on it. So NS War's fallen over the line in that one. He's now against Chiku. Let's be honest, he doesn't play 9-ball.
Well, I've heard you speak about that guy several times. He's been playing virtual pool for, good God, since way back.
Is that right that he's Debbie's husband?
Could be. I couldn't
Somebody
speak
was
on,
it Steve? Somebody said that the other day, but I didn't think it was. But anyway,
but I know he's been.
I know he's been around the VP for years.
Nearly as long as I have, at least since Virtual Pool 2.
Oh yeah, he definitely has been. So who's that? Is that Bankster? Bankster's waiting on the winner of German potting machine, is it? And Tommy. Well, Tommy's going to win that. And then further down, we've got Coke, who lost out in that crazy match with Graphics Card earlier on in the tournament. I went mental in that match. I sort of lost a screw somewhere along the line in that. But he's going to have a tough one against Interchange X. And lying in wait for the winner of that one is Onepocketslim. And further up, we've got RTX 5090 graphics card. He's got a couple of matches to wait on for that. And then we have Chiku playing that NS War guy, as we said. And then we've also got Mooncake, who's got a couple of matches to wait on as well.
I would say that between Coke and Interchange X, that's probably going to be Interchange X.
Oh, yeah.
The strong favorite there.
He will be favourite, but, I think Coke put up a great battle against... go and look at the last 7 racks of that match, Rob. You'll see how crazy I went.
I watched some of it. I saw most of that.
If you watch the last 7 racks on it, I had about 3 nervous breakdowns during the end of that match. I totally lost the plot. And first of all, I hadn't a clue what the match race was to. I thought it was a race to 17 and 18 at one point. Totally forgot about that.
I watched it when I got home. Most of those matches that are at mid-afternoon, I have to watch once I get home from work.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
So
quick look at the
I see
schedule.
most of them. I still follow Virtual Pool. Don't play it very much.
Yeah, Lady Hawk's husband. What did I say? Somebody said that. I can't remember who said it, but anyway. So that's the one match that remains on the schedule. Albinario against Cobra. That will happen on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. I'll be there for that. Hope you can join us. Thank you to Rob. Well done to Spectredawn. Good luck to Slim in surviving the one-loss side. And until then, we will see you very soon. And I'll bid you good evening and good afternoon to Rob. And take care.
Good evening, Hugh.
And we'll see you later. Thank you again, folks.
Good night, ladies.
Oh, wrong button.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.